The news has left the entire 90-Day Fiancé community in deep shock. Chuck Potthast, one of the most recognizable and loved father figures from the franchise, has been found dead. His passing has shaken fans, family members, and everyone who followed his long journey on the show. Chuck was 64 years old, and for the past year and a half, he had been fighting a severe form of brain cancer known as glioblastoma. It is one of the most aggressive brain tumors known to medicine, and unfortunately, Chuck could not survive its rapid progression. Chuck became a familiar face on 90-Day Fiancé through his daughter Elizabeth "Libby" Castrovet. He was not a main cast member, but his presence was so strong, supportive, and emotional that fans grew to love him instantly. He played the role of a father who tried his best to navigate family conflicts, cultural tensions, and the complicated relationship between Libby and her husband Andre. Although the Potthast family often got involved in heated arguments, fans always saw Chuck as the calm voice of reason, a man who genuinely wanted peace in the family. Several years ago, Chuck underwent a major surgery and celebrated being cancer-free for almost 5 years. He often shared updates online expressing gratitude for life and the people around him. But everything changed unexpectedly. In September 2025, Chuck revealed that he needed another surgery, a procedure that was supposed to last 3 to 4 hours. Once doctors began the operation, they discovered that his internal condition was far more severe than expected. His stomach wall had collapsed, and what was supposed to be a routine operation turned into an 8-hour emergency surgery. That moment marked the beginning of a rapid decline in his health. Over the next few months, Chuck fought as hard as he could. Family members later shared that he tried to stay positive even when things became difficult. However, as the cancer aggressively returned, his condition worsened so quickly that even doctors were shocked by how fast it spread. Despite multiple treatments and hospital visits, Chuck passed away quietly, surrounded by his loved ones. The confirmation of his death came through an emotional post from his daughter Libby. In her Instagram message, she wrote that their family had been completely shattered. She said that her sweet, loving, and caring dad had gone to heaven, and that the family was still trying to understand how to live their lives without him. Many fans who saw the post immediately flooded social media with condolences, memories, and emotional messages about how Chuck inspired them. To many viewers, he was a symbol of strength, kindness, and fatherly compassion. Fans of the show remembered Chuck for multiple reasons. He was the one who always tried to bring peace during arguments. He was the one who gave Andre a chance when the rest of the family doubted him. He was also the one who remained patient even when the Potthast family drama became overwhelming. Many viewers wrote that Chuck felt like the only real and genuine person on the show, someone who wasn't there for fame, but because he loved his daughter and wanted to be there for her. After his death, fans began thinking about what happens next within the family. For years, the Pothasts had been involved in business arguments, personal conflicts, and reality show-triggered feuds. Some fans worry that without Chuck to keep the family together, the conflicts may grow worse. Others believe his passing may help the family heal old wounds and come together as a unified group. Only time will tell how the Pothasts will navigate the coming months without the man who held everyone together. In the middle of the grief, one thing stands out: Chuck's legacy. He was a father who constantly encouraged his daughter to follow her heart. He was a man who survived cancer once, fought it again, and tried to enjoy the days he had left. His positive outlook on life touched millions. Whether he was smiling on camera, negotiating peace between family members, or sharing updates online, Chuck always showed resilience. His battle with glioblastoma also raises awareness about how unpredictable and aggressive brain cancer can be. Even after years of being cancer-free, the disease returned suddenly and progressed rapidly. Many doctors say glioblastoma often comes without warning, and even with surgery, radiation, or chemotherapy, the outcome is unpredictable. Chuck's story reminds everyone how important it is to monitor health closely, get regular checkups, and take symptoms seriously. As we reflect on his life, we are reminded of the importance of relationships. Chuck's journey teaches us that life can change overnight, and the people we love may not always be with us tomorrow. He showed viewers the value of love, forgiveness, and standing by family no matter how complicated things become. Those who watched him on 90 Day Fiancé saw a man who always tried to choose kindness over conflict. His passing leaves an empty space, not just in his family, but in the hearts of viewers who came to admire him. Many fans say that Chuck was the realest person on the show, and that his presence made episodes more genuine and heartfelt. Now, fans are sending prayers, sympathy messages, and emotional tributes across social media platforms, all in honor of the man who touched so many lives without ever trying to be a celebrity. Today, we say goodbye to Chuck Potthast, a devoted father, a gentle soul, and a fighter who faced life's hardest battles with courage. His memory will continue to live on through his children, grandchildren, and everyone who loved him. And for the fans, he remains one of the most sincere and unforgettable figures in the 90 Day Fiancé world. The loss of Chuck Potthast continues to echo across the entire 90 Day Fiancé world. As the days pass, more details about his final months, the emotional struggle within the Potthast family, and the unseen moments behind closed doors have begun to surface. Part 2 explores the deeper side of Chuck's journey, the side viewers never got to witness on television. In the months leading up to his passing, Chuck's health was changing in ways the family wasn't prepared for. People close to him reveal that he tried to keep a strong front, refusing to let his children worry too much. Even when his energy dropped, he forced a smile, telling everyone around him that he was just tired. He didn't want pity. He wanted the same normal everyday interactions he always had with his loved ones. Behind the scenes, however, his condition required constant monitoring. Family members had to make regular trips to medical appointments, specialists, and follow-up scans. Every visit came with hope, but also a quiet fear. The doctors were clear about the aggressive nature of glioblastoma, yet Chuck never lost his optimism. He insisted on walking into every appointment with his daughter by his side, believing that as long as he had family, he had strength. During this time, Libby and Andre put all personal and family drama aside. Whatever disagreements existed before, about business, filming, or conflicts with siblings, everything dissolved the moment Chuck's health took a serious turn. They focused solely on being present for him. According to people close to the family, Chuck appreciated this unity more than anything. He felt relieved seeing his children work together instead of fighting. As his condition worsened, Chuck started expressing more gratitude for the simplest moments, sitting outside in the sun, watching his grandchildren play, or having a quiet dinner at home. These were the memories he held onto during the difficult days. Family members later shared that Chuck often said, "Life is shorter than people think. It goes fast." Those words now carry heavier meaning. One of the most emotional parts of Chuck's final journey was the way he tried to comfort his family, even when he was the one in pain. He reminded his children not to blame themselves for anything that happened. He wanted no guilt, no regrets, only love. He urged them to support each other, because he knew the family had a long history of conflict. He wanted peace within the Potthast home long after he was gone. In the final weeks, Chuck's physical strength weakened significantly, yet his mind remained sharp, and he continued talking about plans for his family's future. He wanted his children to grow their businesses, to raise their kids with patience, and to focus on building better lives. His grandchildren were one of his biggest sources of joy. He often asked about their milestones, new words they had learned, new activities they were trying, and these small details lit up his face even when his body struggled. The family kept his condition private until they had no choice but to share the heartbreaking news. After his passing, the silence inside the Potthast home was overwhelming. Libby, who had always leaned on her father for emotional comfort, found it extremely difficult to adjust. She reportedly said that her father had been her anchor, and losing him felt like losing the safest part of her life. Meanwhile, Andre stepped into a role many viewers had never seen before. He became a pillar of support for Libby and the children. Despite the rough reputation he developed over the seasons, those who knew him personally said Andre showed unwavering loyalty during Chuck's final months. He helped with responsibilities, attended medical appointments, and made sure Chuck felt respected and cared for. Other family members also felt the weight of Chuck's absence. Those who once clashed with him over business or personal matters now realized how much guidance he provided. He was the glue that held the complicated family together. Without him, everyone faces an uncertain emotional road. Fans, too, have been grieving in their own way. Many say Chuck was the calm, steady presence that made the chaotic storylines easier to watch. Some viewers wrote that he felt like a father to all of us, especially during moments when he tried to soothe arguments or stop unnecessary drama. His loss feels personal to those who followed his journey from the very beginning. As tributes continue to pour in, more memories of Chuck's kindness are emerging. People describe him as someone who always listened before speaking. He gave thoughtful advice, tried to understand both sides of a conflict, and never used anger as a weapon. In a world filled with reality TV chaos, he stood out as a genuine soul. Beyond the show, Chuck was known as a hardworking man who built his life from determination. He wasn't born into wealth. He earned everything through years of effort. His career allowed him to support his family, but he never bragged about it. Instead, he encouraged his children to be self-sufficient and learn to stand on their own. His compassion extended beyond his immediate family. Friends say Chuck was the type of person who would show up for anyone going through a hard time. Whether it was helping someone move, offering advice, or supporting a neighbor, he had a big heart for simple acts of kindness. Now, the Potthast family faces the challenge of moving forward. There will be decisions to make, emotions to process, and a future to rebuild without the man who held so many pieces together. The coming months will test the strength of their relationships. Fans hope that his passing will bring unity instead of division. What remains is Chuck's legacy, his values, his love, his resilience, and the memories he created with those he cared about. Even though he is gone, the lessons he taught his family will continue shaping their lives. His absence will always be felt, but his spirit will remain present in the stories they tell, the decisions they make, and the bonds they work to protect. Sometimes it's not the actual 90-day fiancé couples who stir the pot on the franchise, but it's their families who manage to raise chaos in the series. Over the years, the families and supporting cast members have become an integral part of the 90-day fiancé franchise. In fact, some families were so entertaining and interesting that they went on to have their own spin-off. This was the case with Season 4 star Chantel Everett, who later appeared in her own spin-off The Family Chantel with her then-husband Pedro Jimeno. However, although some families did not receive their own spin-off, they still left a longing impression with their on-screen antics. As was the case with Elizabeth "Libby" Potthast, her husband Andre Castrovet, and the rest of the Potthast family. Andre and Libby first appeared in Season 5, and her American family weren't a fan of the Moldovan natives' controlling and brash attitude. Over the years, the rift between the families has only gotten stronger, and I can't help but notice that maybe the egos of the Potthast men are fueling the fires. One major issue Libby's brother Charlie Potthast has with his family is how they treat Andre. The Pothasts were often two-faced, saying mean things about Andre, Libby, and their relationship behind their backs, but offered a more supportive view when Andre was around. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star Charlie also didn't like how his father, Chuck Potthast, bent a few rules and welcomed Andre into the family business with open arms. I understand Andre hasn't offered the best impressions and can come across as controlling. However, Charlie appears to be the same way. He wants to control the family business he doesn't even own and force Andre out of the family instead of practicing more acceptance. Ultimately, if Charlie wants to be in his sister's life, he needs to accept that Andre is his brother-in-law. While I think it's not Charlie's place to be forceful about his opinion regarding the family business, I do think he has some valid points in general. The family doesn't always practice what they preach. Chuck does seem to give the 90-Day Fiancé franchise couple preferential treatment, whether he gives the couple loans, a home to live in, or endless chances at a job. Andre hasn't always proven himself worthy of the opportunities he's received either. Luckily, Chuck's decision to include Andre in the family business seems to have worked out in his favor. But I think Charlie's concerns were valid. Then, since Chuck shows preferential treatment, all the siblings, not just Charlie, feel left out and personally attacked. Overall, I can understand their point of view. If Andre never proved himself worthy up until recently, then it didn't make sense not to include them in major decisions. Personally, I think Chuck and Charlie are acting exactly the way Andre can act, which they detest. All 3 90-Day Fiancé men seem to want to be alpha males and have a hard time relinquishing their reins. The more Andre sticks to his guns and refuses to let Charlie's attitude truly get to him, the more stubborn and arrogant Libby's brother gets. Then, the more the Potthast siblings turn against Libby and Andre, the more Chuck wants to help the newlyweds. Their actions are creating a vicious cycle that only fuels their egos and adds more chaos to the mix. 90 Day Fiancé and its spin-off series air on TLC and are available to stream on Max in the US. Fans of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, were recently shocked to learn that Charlie Potthast, who stirred up endless drama this season, isn't patriarch Chuck's only son. Charlie, along with his siblings Jen and Becky, were seen as villains as they fiercely tried to prevent brother-in-law Andre Castrovet, husband of sister Libby, from entering the family house-flipping business. Through all of the fights and name-calling, another Potthast remains safely out of the spotlight. When Andre and Libby first became an item, the Potthast clan didn't trust the Moldova native. This distrust was especially true for Charlie, who was convinced Andre was using Libby for a green card. Much to Charlie's annoyance, Chuck decided to give Andre a chance on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, and take him under his wing in the family business. Not only did Andre boast a passion for real estate, but he also needed proof of employment to stay in the country. Charlie, who felt Andre was taking his place and his money, quickly became jealous. Nearly every episode this season saw the in-laws flinging insults at each other, and even brawling on a few occasions. At one point, Charlie got so out of hand that Jen and Becky actually took Andre's side. Throughout the Potthast tenure on TLC, most viewers weren't aware that Chuck has a total of 7 children. That is, until Chuck took to Instagram to wish his son, Mike Potthast, a happy birthday. The two are all smiles as they enjoy lunch at the Old Florida Fish House. From the photo alone, Chuck's followers decided they prefer Mike over Charlie. One said, "He looks like a happy soul like his papa." Another said, "Must be you are normal son." There's always the crazy and the normal, and Charlie already took his crown for crazy. Fellow 90 Day Fiancé star Julia Trubkina commented a happy birthday wish with several fire emojis. He was a member of the Sig Tau fraternity, graduated from the University of Southern Florida's Vinnick Sport and Entertainment Management program in 2019, and from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte in 2016. Mike has only 3 posts on his page. While a number of fans question Chuck about why Mike hasn't appeared on the show, it's clear he values his privacy and doesn't want to get publicly involved in the tension between Charlie and Andre. It's unknown whether or not he's involved in the family business off-camera. At the conclusion of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Chuck's beloved family was more divided than ever. Despite his multiple attempts to bring everyone together, each gathering ended in chaos. Fans have speculated that some of the Potthast drama is staged for television. Even if this is the case, they feel Charlie and his sisters are negative, greedy, and entitled in real life, and producers simply amplify their personalities. Thankfully, Chuck can take a break from it all with Mike and his other problem-free offspring. Former 90 Day Fiancé star Libby Potthast's father, Chuck Potthast, reveals he has been cancer-free since 2017. Viewers may remember Chuck as the supporting cast member in Libby and Andre Castrovet's storyline. Being a dad, Chuck has always tried to bring his family closer. However, it seems like all the get-togethers he has arranged in the past have ended in explosive fights or physical altercations. Still, he's contributed to keeping the show entertaining over the years. Even though Chuck has some negative traits, 90 Day Fiancé viewers have a sweet spot for him. They think he truly cares for his daughters and son and helps them any way he can. That's why they were saddened by some news about Chuck. A 90 Day Diaries teaser revealed that Libby's father is battling cancer. While Chuck didn't share the details about his disease, many 90 Day Fiancé viewers quickly came to his aid and showered him with love online. Since the trailer's release, some have wondered about the former cast member's health condition, but nobody has addressed it. Now, Libby's father has finally shared a long-awaited update about his health. Chuck posted a video on Instagram and started it by saying he's having a lot of fun at the beach. He then addressed his illness, which has worried many 90 Day Fiancé viewers. Chuck said, "I've been cancer-free since my surgery in 2017. So for 5 years, I've been cancer-free." He is grateful to the Lord because he is now healthy. However, Chuck still goes for checkups every 6 months. At the end of the short video, Chuck thanked 90-Day Fiancé viewers who have sent him lots of love on social media. Chuck's followers celebrated this amazing news and were clearly glad to know that Libby's father is doing well. An Instagram user wrote, "We love you, Chuck. You are a hero and an inspiration." Another person chimed in, "It takes a lot to share what you have about yourself. I admire your strength. God gives us only what we can handle, so stay strong." Someone else commented, "Congratulations. I wish you many, many more happy days with your family." Libby's father may not have been a main cast member, but he has earned a lot of approval over the years from those who watch the show. Most TLC viewers truly feel for Chuck and want him to live a happy and healthy life with his grandkids. They feel sad to see that his kids ridicule him, and that's why they suggest he retire and enjoy